Hello and welcome to Peak Performance Selling, the only sales clinic in the Middle East. I'm Dr. Anand Menon, your host and sales doctor on this channel. Now, as you go through this channel, if you like some of the videos that you see here, I would encourage you to hit the like button and share it with your friends on your social media platforms. You see, I'm a firm believer that those who know have the moral responsibility to share with those who don't. So let's become ambassadors of knowledge and share what we learn with our friends. And I want to thank you in advance for doing that. On this video, I would like to talk about 3 dimensions of selling. Now, I'll quickly introduce each of these dimensions and we'll cover them in a lot more detail in future videos. But there's one dimension in particular that I would like to focus on in this video. So the 3 dimensions are the psychology of selling, the physiology of selling, and the philosophy of selling. So let me start firstly with the philosophy of selling, because that's the easy one, and the physiology of selling, because I'll leave the big one for the end. Now, when we talk of philosophy of selling, what exactly do we mean? You see, we're talking about the ethics and the values of the salesperson and the thinking of the organization when they approach offering their product to their customers. Now, it's no secret between you and me, especially in certain parts of the world where the philosophy of selling is given the least importance. And let me ask you another question then. Do you trust a salesperson? You know the answer to that question. Now, if we as salespeople ourselves don't trust other salespeople, what's gone wrong here? And that's because today the emphasis is on the result. It's on the dollar. It's on the bottom line. And very few organizations and very few salespeople today actually believe in the ethics and the value of selling. Now, you and I know that the first thing that people buy is what? You, the salesperson. So if we are not going to be ethical in our approach, there's already going to be an internal conflict created in the mind of our prospect against us. And that's not going to make the job of selling easier. And what people remember long after the transaction is the ethics and the values of the salesperson. That's how the quality of your referrals and the future business relationship is impacted. We'll talk a little bit more about the philosophy in future videos. I want to quickly move to the physiology of selling. And yes, there is a physiology of selling. The first side of the physiology is you, again, the salesperson. It's your presentation. It's how you're dressed. It's your body language, your eye contact. It's your confidence in your approach. And besides that, it is the environment around you. Is it conducive to selling? The noise, the positioning of the desks, the comfort, the temperature, the lighting in the room. So the environment is critical because the environment can switch off or switch on the client towards you. Now, in physiology, we also have to give careful consideration to the physicals that we use in the sales situation. And by that I mean your marketing material, the collaterals that you use, the brochures, the folder, the pen, the positioning of all of this in the room. Because all of this is constantly speaking and influencing the mind of the client, even when he is engaging with you. So this material that you have to be carefully crafted, carefully positioned and used to advantage because they are selling even when you're not. And the fourth that I would like to discuss in physiology is the sociology. It's the interaction and the engagement. It's the understanding of the behavior and the mirroring and the matching of this. Now, you've seen this in a lot of sales videos, but we will cover all of these again in detail in future videos. Now, this video, I would like to focus on what makes the salesperson really effective. You see, psychology has uncovered all of that. And in studies that have been conducted over the last 100 years, it has become very clear. Regardless of whether it is selling or any other profession, all human beings, that includes your prospect and you as the salesperson, will operate in only one way. There is no second way known to us. And I'll give that to you as a simple formula which you will see appearing below on the screen. T/F/A is equal to R. I'll say that again. T/F/A is equal to R. You see, let's start from the end. The R is the results. It's the sale, it's the deal, it's whatever you want. Now, outside the arena of selling, in life, that's your results. It's the money in your bank, it's the relationships, it's the people in your lives, it's everything that you ever want to get. Now, that's the results. And everybody wants the results, but when you talk to a salesperson today, or you talk to any person on the planet, they want to focus on the A in the T, F, and A. And the A stands for your action, your behavior, the skills. You walk into any organization today, and they will tell you, teach my people how to cold call. I want my people to be able to close deals. I want them to understand the sales process. What's happening here? You see, the organization is focusing on the A, the action or the skills. And it is true that you must take action to get the results. But we know today that how you will behave in any situation, in any job, in any market, or in any organization is directly impacted by how you feel about that job, that market, that boss, that situation, or that industry. Yet, I don't find many people asking me to train their sales teams on how they feel about what they do. And we also know that how we feel about what we do or how we feel about our job is directly influenced by how we think about that job, that market, that company, that situation, or that person. So, if you really want to create an impact and change results, then you've got to work on the thinking. If you change the thinking of your people, you will change how they feel about what they need to do. And when you change how they feel about it, you will change the way they behave. Let's take a simple example. Cold calling. Personally, I don't even like the term cold calling. It's a very negative term and it causes people to close into themselves. I prefer the word cash calling. And what's the purpose of the call anyway? It is to generate business, isn't it? So it's a cash call. So let's take an example here. Cash calling. You can train people as much as you want on the process. They understand exactly what they need to do. They know their opening lines. They know the script. They've been trained and they know how to deliver it. But yet, why is it after millions and millions of dollars have been spent on cash calling, cold calling, why is it that people still struggle to make that phone call? And the reason is because when they wake up in the morning, they don't feel good about themselves. They don't feel good about that market. They don't feel good about being yelled at on the phone or rejected on the phone. And so how they feel about what they have to do is going to impact their action. And the reason they feel this way is because they think about this part of the process in the wrong way. So the psychology of selling simply tells us that if you want to change the results, you've got to change your thinking. I'll see you on future videos and share with you how to change the thinking and the feeling of your teams so that you can deliver outstanding results. Drop a comment anywhere below and let me know what you felt about this video.